All right. So for those who are going to join in late or not going to join us, the topic is four strategies. I'm actually going to give more than four to be able to, for those of you making less than $100,000 a year. But some of these strategies can help you if you are looking to make more than $100,000 a year. It's a goal in terms of everyone has different income goals, different production goals, different skills, and it just depends on your market, depends on the price point, etc. So let's jump into that. So I respect and appreciate everybody's time. We do have Nikki Maurer from Tycor Title on this call. Maybe with another minute or two, then I'll let you say something because I know you like to work with people and help them with their database. So we'll wait just a minute or two. Um, Highly recommend if you haven't seen that. There's a wonderful video on YouTube that I posted and sent to some of you, but is a Virginia senior high school wrestler that's handicapped, that won the state championship in wrestling against able-bodied wrestlers. And it's very uplifting, and it shows that what the human mind can do when you really put yourself through it, and how he pushed through when he had doubts. And doubts are usually a way to eliminate success. All of us have doubts. Successful people have doubts. It's how you deal with it. And you got to stop having your drunk monkey talk to you with respect to that. So, highly recommend that video. The young man's name is Odonis. Don't know what his first and last name is, but if you Google Odonis or high school wrestler winning the state championship in Virginia, or even YouTube it, you'll get it's a very brief minute video, 2 minutes, that's highly inspirational. And one of the things he shows on this video, the power of focusing, where he journaled every day, putting state championship from early on, and keeping that in front of you, which is extremely important to success. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. I have a couple people on. Nikki, I know you got to jump off soon, so why don't you, before we start, let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Dan. Thank you. Hi, guys. So most of you know I'm Nikki Maurer with Tycor Title. I have been a Tycor sales rep for about 7 years, 18 years in Santa Clarita. And I love to help our agents grow their business with strategies and tools and best practices. Really, I have something for every style. So if you want to be door knocking, door dropping, geographical farming. I have, a bunch of different things I can help you with. Social media. I have some really great, simple things that we could go over that could give you some presence and some reach. I think that's the biggest thing right now is making sure that you have the farthest reach on your social. And I could tell you how to do that really easy, super simple. And then, of course, if you want to make calls. If you feel like picking up the phone and dialing for dollars, I have scripts and I can help you with data. Really, my goal when working with an agent is twofold. One, to help you grow your business and also to help you get your deals closed. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We can meet one-on-one and I could share with you ways to, help fill your pipeline. So I think that's it.
Wonderful. And if they need to reach you, would like to reach you, what's the best way to do
Yes,
so?
you could call or text 661-388-9533. You can email me, Nikki M, Nikkim, at tycortitle.com. I am on your group email. So if you go back to one that Dan has recently sent out, you could find all my information. I could be reached on Facebook. You could call me anyway, anytime, anyhow.
All right,
So
that's
thank you.
awesome. Thank you for stopping by, and I see more and more people are jumping in. And yeah, Nikki's up on a lot of stuff such as social media, etc. And again, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We need to have people around us that we can know where to ask questions, get the answers for, and to help us leverage. You don't want to be a hamster on a wheel, no matter what your business is, whether it's real estate or anything else. One of the things I'm hoping I'm teaching some people here and helping out is teach you how to run a business, even if you decide to take it outside of real estate. And I ran my basketball teams the same way. So, I mean, it's no different regardless. And again, it's always knowing who to ask, even if you don't know the answer, and to get that help. Uh, but thank you. Yeah, if you could stick around, it'd be great. All of you should reach out to Nikki, and even if you're working with somebody else, make her your second wheel. Your spare tire. Let her earn your business. And again, it doesn't hurt to get different opinions from different people. But
Yeah.
that's
And I
great.
and I thank you. And one thing I always like to say is if you have a relationship with a title person, I respect that. But if I can help you get two, three, six more transactions this year, then maybe those are the ones that I can earn the business on. Don't stop working with who you're working with. But if I can help you with one of our tools, techniques, or strategies, then maybe we could work on those deals that you get together. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Nikki. So, for those of you who joined us late, we're going to talk about strategies to help you. For those of you who are not making $100,000 a year, and there's strategies here actually for those who want to make beyond that. I mean, there's some little uh, nooks and crannies here which we'll go over, and there's some things for those of you who currently have another job and have limited time, which I'll cover at the end, how you can really break into this and start making more money. So let's go through this. Feel free to take notes. Feel free to stop me at any point for clarification or bring real life examples because this is your webinar, not mine. So let's talk about where it starts. It starts with a vision for your business and your life in terms of the way you want to look at it. What is it about you that you're trying to get from your business? You got to set yourself, start working backwards. Where do I want to be on December 31st, 2022 at midnight? Transaction wise, income wise, where would I like to be in 5 years? And then work backwards. Have your targets that you're trying to hit, and then work backwards. Come into a situation where you're deciding what would it look like in terms of my business by December 31st, 2022 at midnight. How many closed? How many pendings am I looking at? How many of those are buyers? How many of those are sellers, etc. Once you have your vision for your business, you can decide who your perfect client is. We don't have to work with everyone. Stop working with everyone and be everything for everybody, especially people who are disrespectful and unappreciative of who you are and what you do. It will drive you quickly in terms of your business. There's agents out there who tell me, I go everywhere to do business. Okay, well, if that's what you want, but I don't. I mean, I kind of enjoy my time and I don't like being in a car for an hour and a half or 3 hours round trip. So I might as well refer it out to certain people and get a referral fee. But again, everybody has to have a vision of their business and the way their life looks like and what they want to accomplish. And then you work backward. Then you can ask yourself, what is it about you that makes you special for your market? What is your unique selling proposition? What you got to have your 30-second elevator speech that if you're in an elevator with someone and they're asking you, why should I hire you? Or how are you different? You should be able to answer that. And your answer should not include, I'm honest, I'm ethical, I'm hardworking. That's a given. You should be that. Well, why should somebody hire you versus all other options? You need to think about that. And for those of you who need help with that, I'll be more than happy to help you. Reach out to me outside this webinar and we'll try to help you with your business, how to get your unique selling proposition. And again, different people have different proposition, but you don't undercut yourself and don't sell yourself short. What makes you special? Why should someone work with you? Then again, coming back to vision of your business and life. What is your niche? I'd rather you be good at one thing than moderate at two or three or four or five things. Pick one area or one niche that you really know well and you really want to focus and know better than anyone else. Start there. Once you've mastered that market, that niche, you can expand. But you rather do one thing well than two or three or four or five things moderately well. That's how you become a specialist. And the problem is everybody's looking for the shiny penny and looking to expand too quick, present company included. And that's the wrong way to go about that. Till you decide what your niche is, and it could be a moving target, it could be adjustable. but you have to decide on a niche. Who's your ideal customer? Remember this, if you had a bad customer, bad client, birds of feather flock together. They'll refer you to other bad clients. If you have a perfect client, one that respects you, appreciates you, listens to you, then you want friends and family members and coworkers like them. They know people like that. So, what is your ideal client? What is your ideal market? You got to decide that up front and not compromise on that. Set goals, even if things don't look like they're coming along that quick. Those are important points. You got to start with the vision first. Then skills. Role play at least 30 minutes a day. Every top producer play role plays and has multiple role play partners. Even if I don't role play with someone else, I role play at least 30 minutes every day. Why? How do I know that? Because I walk 30 to 45 minutes a day, every day. And guess what? I role play in my mind objection handlers, scripts, dialogues, closing techniques, listing presentation. I look at it as a way for me to get exercise and save time and get mentally prepared. But everybody has his own style in terms of how you role play. Your ability to role play and improve your ability to communicate with people will get you there faster. This is your 401 savings account. If you have no business or very little business, re examine your listing presentation, your buyer presentation, your skills, and spend time, even an hour a day. It doesn't have to be all at once, role play. That was the biggest key for me back in the early 2000s when I got my license to go from one or two transactions to being the top producer in a company. I spent a lot of time on role play. So I can't emphasize enough of that. If you're going to get thousands of dollars, you got to have the skills. You got to be able to communicate with people. Here's another thing, especially for those that are newer in the business, market knowledge, knowing the statistics, knowing properties will set you apart. If you don't have the time, at least if you don't have the time to physically preview homes, preview 10 homes in your market every day. Doesn't take very long. You could do it first thing in the morning, you could do it at night, but just preview new actives, new pendings, or contingent actives, ones that have sold in the last 30 days or in last week. Look at how they're marketing these properties. Look at the photos. Get an idea what values are at. That will help you big time in terms of convincing people to work with you. You don't have to memorize the knowledge, but have that knowledge with you as you're door knocking or as you're going on a presentation or you're doing an open house. Just print it out, review it, and be able to communicate that. And I can show you how to do that as well to look professional. Okay. Here's the other thing, start small in order to go big. If you have very limited time to dedicate to real estate business, pick one thing and just stick to it and add to that a little bit. This is a cumulative effect business. Don't do what I used to do when I used to door knock 150 homes, and then the next day or two I couldn't because I was too tired. So, rather, if you're going to door knock 20 homes a day, 30, 50 homes, but be consistent. If you're going to call 5 or 10 calls a day, 5 or 10 text messages, but be consistent. That start small. It's like going to the gym. You're not going to lift 200 pounds right off the bat, but start small. That's the secret sauce. You got to start small and then add to that, if that makes sense. Everybody with me so far? And I don't care if you're making over $100,000 a year. These are all skills and things we need to work on to have a solid business. Here's the other thing. Every successful person has a coach or a mentor. Why? Because they hold you accountable. They work on your mindset. They should tell you the truth when you don't want to hear the truth. Those who are in this company, we provide coaching and training beyond just what you're seeing here, and it's part of you being a part of the company. Take advantage of that. The goal is to help you improve your business. It helps everybody. Set up a program, 33 touch program that you're going to touch your database at least 33 times a year, whether it's through emails, phone calls, text, whether you're mailing something, but something of value. And again, people like Nikki can help you with that. I can help you with some ideas with regards to that. What is your business going to look like in terms of your touches? Is it face-to-face prospecting? Is it pop by? Is it phone prospecting? Is it text messaging? You decide up front what it looks like and then divide it consistently the days you're working on. Okay. You don't have to hit home runs every day. Here's the most important thing from prospecting you all need to think about. There's no shiny penny. Email and social media is only there to support your efforts. You will never be a top producer strictly based on emails and social media. Okay. It's something that the people are trying to sell you on that are selling you. It's not true. People are really not looking at their emails much nowadays. They'll look at their text messages or instant messages more often, but use that as support to what you're doing, as a thank you or follow up, but not as the main source, if that makes sense. Okay. Cultivate your referral sources rather than spend money on advertising. Some of you have past clients and current clients. Some of you have people that you know, depending how long you've been in business. Cultivate the people that know you, trust you, and like you, and spend money on time on them rather than just spending randomly on working a neighborhood. I'm not saying don't do that, but why not start with the people that already know you, thank them and reward them? Have nowadays that the restrictions are kind of lifted, I used to do like a wine night for my clients. We did uh, pictures with Santa, stuff like that. Again, it also depends on your budget and whatnot, but cultivate the people you know. Take them to get coffee, take them to have lunch or whatever the case might be. Send them a small birthday present or anniversary present. Doesn't have to be expensive, but cultivate these people that know you, trust you, and like you because that's money in your pocket. The average person knows at least three people a year they're going to buy or sell, but they're not necessarily going to remember you. So keep top of mind of them, if that makes sense. Everybody with me so far? I mean, some of us can look at the glasses instead of it being up here. Some of us are looking for all sort of shiny penny, and we're keeping it up here on our forehead. It's right in front of you. You already know people that know you, trust you, and like you. Spend the energy with them. Be their trusted advisor. Give reasons why you're emailing, texting, or calling them. Something of value, if that makes sense. Everybody with me so far? Good. What to do? Let's say, for example, you don't have a lot of time, but you want to make real estate your other job or whatever the case is. And some of these things can help you that are producing at a high level or are moving in a direction like that, but now you're finding it challenging to call and follow up. So here's what you got to do. What happens if, let's say, you only have your evenings and weekends to prospect and do lead follow up? What happens if you're fortunate enough to be negotiating contracts, if you're going on appointments and you only have really the evenings and weekends to really keep the business moving or you have another job? Well, let's look at some options here. Number one, you can find a niche. It could be a networking group. It could be that you might have X number of business cards that you want to give out per day on you or per week. Or when you go on a networking group meeting, you want to exchange cards and then follow up with a specific number of people. Always push your business if you can. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. For those of you not afraid of the telephone, spend time telemarketing, cold calling, calling expireds, cancels for sell by owner, for rent by owner, and use good effective scripts. I've got a great effective scripts that I can teach you, but you got to decide who your target audience is, fish where the fish is, and be prepared to produce something that they need and want. Don't just randomly pick up the phone. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Here's another thing you can do to make your business move forward. Find one small thing that you can do every single week and commit to doing it every single week. For those of you who say, I'm going to do an open house every week or every Sunday, then commit to it and do it correctly. Or if you're saying, I'm going to do my farm every Saturday morning, then do it. But be consistent. Be consistent in doing that one thing. It's the cumulative approach. It adds up. It's not all at once, but it's going to add up and lead you to success over a period of time. Be consistent. Don't get caught up with the new shiny objects that everybody's trying to sell you on. The coaches, the trainers, the lead providers, they're all selling you on different things, but most of them, they never even sold a home in their life, and most of them are not selling right now. And it benefits them, not necessarily you. So before you jump on a shiny object or a new in thing, how does it affect your business? How would it change your business? Where's my business now? Do I really need this thing? But consistency is the key. Real estate is easy but not simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's simple but not easy, should I rephrase. People tend to make it complicated. I can't promise you that you're going to be able to get things done without hard work, but you can work smarter. Okay. Now, this is something I've always committed to for at least quite a few years, especially if you're getting busy. Let's say you don't have time for a lot of phone calls, whatever. Make sure this is your minimum standards on the days you're working. 555. Minimum of 5 calls, minimum of 5 text messages, minimum of 5 personalized emails, not mass emails, and 5 handwritten notes. And here's the power that people don't seem to understand. Think about this. If you worked approximately 285 days a year and you did this 555, that'd be about 5,700 great connections a year. Okay. Think about this. And even if you got a small percentage that are going to buy, sell, or refer you, your 1099 is not going to look bad at all, would it? Even if it's a very small percentage out of this 5,700 great connections. Okay. Here's the thing, the average agent doesn't even do 5 purposeful connections a day or a week. So the whole point of the 555 is the consistent pattern of hunting, which is the magic. I do it religiously every day, reaching out to agents, reaching out to clients or would be clients. And it doesn't have to be long, but it's the consistent pattern that leads to the magic. And when you least expect it, you get that phone call. Got one yesterday. I mean, it's a glad I picked it up. But that's the point of that is the consistency. I'm not saying call randomly 5 people. These are high quality leads. It could be somebody from your sphere, your current client, your past client. It could be a for sale by owner. It could be a for rent by owner. It could be an NOD, notice of default. It could be an expired or canceled. Okay. It could be an internet lead that you're getting, but it's got to be a high valued lead rather than just randomly calling people. Okay. Same thing with text messages or personalized emails. Yes, I send mass emails, but I don't expect a lot of that. I also send personalized emails virtually every day, and I send personalized text messages because people want that. People are looking at that. I try to bring content. So this is where the power is the consistent pattern of hunting for business. And as you get more successful and busy, you can still find time to do this. If you're sitting in an open house and it's not busy, or if you're doing a home inspection after you do your AVID, you can do some of these things. Or you can hit that neighborhood and drop flyers or business cards or postcards or even door knock it. I used to wait for clients when I was showing properties. Guess what? I would hit the neighborhood real quick, either before or afterwards. I didn't like to waste time. So think of this. Have Just like none of you are going to miss your listing appointment or buyer appointment, don't miss the power of at least an hour a day of doing this. And I don't think it's going to take you that long, but it's a matter of doing it consistently. That's the key. Some of you might say, I'm going to door knock, expired and canceled for sale by owner on my farm every Saturday or Sunday. And that's fine too, but be consistent. Um, Here's something all of you can do today when you'll have less competition. Even if you don't have phone numbers for expireds, cancels, pull the MLS, go door knock them now since daylight savings is later between 5 and 8 p.m. on the way home. Go to 2 expireds or canceled or for sale by owners if you, on any day you don't have an appointment on the way home. And if they're not there, just leave something behind. And I guarantee you there's going to be a cumulative effect at some point. But it's just a matter of doing it and getting to the habit of doing that, if that makes sense. Everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Any questions, anything that I can cover or expand before we move on? Anything that's not clear or you want more clarification?
Nope.
Great. So now here's something that the stuff that I've emailed some of you or texted some of you or I'm presenting here, it's not Dan Alon going to do an experiment on the people on this webinar. These are all true and tested things that I still use in my business that usually get me what I need. It doesn't fail. Now, again, nothing works 100% of the time, but if you do it enough of that, all of a sudden something happens and it's a consistent process. To be very frank, there are many times I'll sit at home in the evening when I'm done with the business day and the wife complains that, well, it's past 6 or 7 o'clock at night and yeah, you know what? I can catch some people right now. And I send these personalized text messages and all of a sudden something magically happened, even if I don't want to necessarily call, because everybody's going to look at their text more than even call. I'm not saying don't call, but let's look at things that can really jumpstart your business and get you to the next level. If you haven't done so, I challenge and urge all of you as of today, whether you're new to the business, a veteran to the business, I want you to identify your top 10 apostles. And these are people who think, for example, let me no specific order, that Myra or Blanca or Bill are the greatest thing around. And I only love them and only know them. And nobody else should use anybody but one of them, if that makes sense. You have people that know you like that, whether they were past clients, current clients, or people in your sphere that really love you and like you and trust you. Identify your top 10 and I want you to reach out to them, ideally on the phone, have a conversation. It could work through text, but not as effective. And here's what you say to them. Hey, Bob, this is Dan with SDA Properties. Very nice to, it's been a while since we talked. And my business is evolving and I'm looking to grow it. I wanted to know if I can count on your support. Most people that like you would say yes. Would it be all right if I reach out to you during the year to see who would you know would be thinking of moving? See, I'm making it very broad. Who would you know to be thinking of moving? Now, once you have their agreement, call every month, or text if you can't reach them, and start with a greeting. Share something new that they can use. Never forget to ask who else do you know that's thinking of moving, or who do you know that thinking can help. Um, Anytime I give a buyer good news, hey, your loan's been approved, your appraisal came through. Hey, you know what? The seller agreed to your request for repair. I'm always gonna, I need more great clients like you. Who else do you know that I can help? I call my seller. Want to give you an update on your listing. We've had X number of showing. We're expecting X number of offers. Okay. By the way, I need more great clients like you. Who else do you know that I can help? Those are new contacts. Anytime you ask for new business, it adds into your daily contact. Okay. When I cold call people, or if I called expired, people told me it was the wrong message, unless they were jerks. You know what? I wonder if you can help. You know us realtors, we're pushy. Is there anybody else you know I can help? Unless they want to hang up, unless they're rude, and most people are not, they don't mind you asking that question. I'm always going to take advantage of asking that question because you never know. It's a numbers game. You got to keep yourself in front of being top mind. Now, you can do the same thing, reaching out to some of your vendors that you've sent business to and say, look, hey, Bob, I've been using you for lending and, my business is growing, evolving, and I want to see if I can count on you support. Would you be able to refer maybe 3 people to me this year? I've referred X number, or if you can start with one. Now, give that person a chance. Okay. In 90 days, if they're still not helping, you have one more conversation. And at that point, if they're really not helping you and you've been helping them, you're not asking for any referral fees or anything like that. You're just asking for reciprocal interest. You're referring, they're referring to you. Okay. They can't do that. Maybe time to find a different vendor. Would you guys and gals agree with that?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's a two-way street, And I'm not asking. Look, I know, Bob, you're having a relationship with other agents. I get that. I'm not asking for all your business. All I'm asking, could you help me find one more great person this year? give them 3 or 1. Just give them a target there that I think they can achieve and get you that referral. You know, or they might have a person that's coming in and getting pre-approved that doesn't have an agent, not committed to their agent. Why not stay top of mind? But for those of you who really want to jumpstart your business, you really need to reach out, write down who your 10 top apostles. These are people that really love you. It will make a difference in your production instantly if you do it correctly and genuinely. You can even send us in a text as a follow-up, there's different things we can do with that. And if you want to reach out to me individually outside this call, I can help you specifically for your business and your need and your style. That's not a problem. Okay. But if you got nothing out of today, all of you, no matter how long you've been in the business, have 10 people that like you. I can assure you that. Okay. Unless you're Vladimir Putin, you have 10 people that like you. Okay. And I can assure you, all of you, especially if you've been in this business any length of time and you've done any repeat and referral, you want to reach out to these people and also find out what you can do to help them. It's a win-win situation. I rather spend my time there in my latter part of my career. That's where I'm spending my time. I'm not hunting anymore for just the random people. But it takes a while to do that. I wish I knew some of this stuff when I first started the business, when I was told to go pick up the phone book or go do a coloring contest in a farm, which didn't do anything. But I'm not saying don't do those things, but make sure you do the other things. You want to have 3 to 5 streams of business, and you can start there very easy. Have nice conversations. If they're busy, put in a text message, but you can really have a nice conversation with these people because they care about you. Okay. Now, again, once you have an agreement to reach out to them, start with a greeting. Find out, hey, how's their business going? What can you do to help them? Share something new or something of value. Always find out who else they think that you can help. You know, it's really, really important. Now, as you're talking to these people, bring the following in. I even have this in my email signature. Have you given any thoughts about moving yourself? Not necessarily this one. When you think about your retirement plans, have you thought ways to increase your income? Would you like to know about how rental properties can help? You can use this in your email signatures. Contact me to find out how you can use rental income as part of your retirement plan. Everybody can use a retirement plan. And if you pair up with a good lender that can show them that, they can find, especially those that have equity, they may be able to take their equity out today from a refi or from not even selling their house, from just doing a what's it called, a line of credit or anything, or just a refi, and they don't necessarily even have to buy it in California, and you can even get a referral fee for that, if that makes sense. Everybody with me? But there's nothing wrong with putting this in your email signature. Contact me about how you can use your uh, rental properties or rental income to supplement your retirement. Always bring a call to action, and you want to bring this in. You're bringing something of value to them. Some of them don't even know that. You can have clients that bought between 2008 and 2012, and now they have equity. So you just need to reach out to some of these people and find out if you can help them and how you can help them, if that makes sense. Everybody with me? Okay. Here's a good one as we're adding sphere or client script. This is effective verbatim on the phone, face to face, when you're door knocking a neighborhood, because now you're really not soliciting, you're being a resource. It's used very effectively in an email and more effectively in a text message. But I try to personalize when I do that. If you're going to use it in an email, this should be your subject line. Use me as a resource. Here's the body here. Okay, now you can learn this. It'll take you 2 seconds to learn this if you want to use this while you're door knocking. Even if you're door knocking a neighborhood, let them know about a recent open house. And basically, you could just say, look, hope you're doing well. As a thank you to my past clients and friends. Notice I said friends in real estate because some of you, when you're sending it, might not be to a past client or when you're texting it. I make my concierge of listed trusted partners available to you anytime you need to. So the next time, Blanca, you need a handyman, a painter, a contractor, a house cleaner, an accountant, give me a call. After many years in this business, I built a list of very deep network of people I trust and want to share with my colleagues and community. Now, who doesn't need that? I remember a while back I door knocked my neighborhood, and when I gave him some like, hey, look, in the future, if you need a good contractor, yeah, do you have somebody that can paint for me? Yeah, I do. So now you get their information, you're bringing value. They may not need you in real estate today, but you want them thinking of you top of mind every time they need something. Because the more they think of you, the more you've done for them, the more there's reciprocity, the more there's that human nature that, hey, I need to reciprocate for most people, if that makes sense. I've had plenty of time, even this last week, doing this, and I do this virtually every day. Okay. The people have been reaching out to me. Hey, Dan, I'm thinking I'm going to be on the market now, so I'm going to use you. Okay. Or I'm thinking of selling my investment property. Well, and again, the goal is just to, in a nice way, not just to hammer them if you thought about moving, if you thought about selling. They want to talk real estate, they're going to talk real estate. But if these are people that you're not trying to burn bridges, allocate yourself something that you can manage, whether it's 5 of those a day or 10 of those a day. I sometimes go crazy. Sometimes I go to 20 or 30 a day. I always say to myself about 10 a day, but I typically go beyond that. Now, I'm not saying you need to do that. Commit to doing something when it's not less than that. Typically, I'll do this in the afternoon, especially when I'm trying to call somebody or text them, because I know they're going to look at their phone and pick up, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. People pick up their emails and open it up typically early morning or late in the evening. So if you want to send something personalized, do it then. If that makes sense, to build your business and to really, I just gave you several things that can really, really help you if you just implement any of those. If you're looking to get more listings and closings, reach out to me about your business. If you're also looking, if you're not a part of this company, to find out how you can keep 100% commission and get your own brand, your own colors, and really get the support and the coaching, reach out to me as well. Talking about also income for those of you members of this company. Anytime you refer an agent that's going to be joining us, you can make passive income of $100 every time they close. It could be a car payment if you get 5 of those a month. uh, and it's another way of getting you a passive stream of income. But the important point is starts with this. Let's go back to the top. It starts with you having a vision. It starts with the end in mind. How do I want my business looking like December 31st, midnight 2022? How much income do I want? How many closings? How many buyers? How many sellers? What is my niche? What is my ideal customer? Okay. And then work on the little things every day. Make sure you role play every day. This is your 401k. This is the quickest way to be able to convert more people. Work on this. Market knowledge. Know the statistics. Know what's going on in your neighborhood. If you're going to farm a neighborhood, I know I've got several of you here that door knock, for example. You better know what if there's a recent sale, a recent active in that neighborhood. Try to preview any properties on your marketplace that you can see, whether online or physically. Start something small in order to get big. Say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to start committing to role play 30 minutes a day. I'm going to start committing to the 5555. I'm going to commit to doing an open house once a week for the next 3 months. I'm going to commit to maybe door knocking my farm every Saturday, every Sunday. Pick something and stick to it, and you'll see the process improve for you. And the most important thing, surround yourself with mentors, coaches, surround yourself with accountability partners, whether it's with this company or somebody from a different company that's same skills or more better skills than you, and work with them. Send them a text message in the morning. You know what? My goal is to talk to X number of people. When you're done for the day, let them know how many you did, what you got out of that, and vice versa. Start holding yourself accountable. That's the secret sauce to moving your business forward. It's not a matter of just looking, hey, you know what? I'm hoping somebody will call me. Well, I don't work on hope. When I go play in Vegas, when the casinos, I don't play on hope either. Okay. I play games that I know I have a chance of winning or have a higher chance by having a plan like this, by having somebody like me coach you, train you, hold you accountable, can get you to a higher level. All of us have different goals, have different needs. I'll send a copy of this recording so you can view it several times. You can look at it, you pick different points that might help you with your business. But again, here's where I screwed up in my first years in business, even up until I'm starting my 17th year now. I would say if I knew earlier what I've known the last 3 years, I would have been a lot happier, even. And again, the stuff that I'm trying to impart on all of you is not something I'm experimenting. These are things that are true and tested. These are things I still use in my business. There's enough business for everybody. I'm not trying to hide anything. I've got more of these. If you need scripts, you need dialogues, you need to use NLP, reach out to me. That's my favorite thing to do, even create new things. I work on that consistently. It's a passion. Everybody has a different niche, different need. I urge all of you who want accountability, send me a private text or an email in terms of, Dan, this is what I'm expecting my business to look like by December 31st, 2022. Here's how much money I'm looking to make. Here's how many transactions I'm looking to close. Now we have something that we can work backward, that every time I reach out to you, reach out to me, we can see what activities do we need to do or modify to get there. Now you have a target. Be bold, put something big, like the kid put state championship. Why not put that? If you've made $100,000 before and you want to push yourself to 150 or 200, why not do that? Why not be bold? If you want to push yourself to a higher level, do something realistic but bold that's going to excite you and scare you a little bit. But put that in writing and keep coming to these webinars, keep working on your skills. And most important, you've heard me say this before, don't be a secret agent. Let everybody know you're in real estate. The janitor, the handyman, I don't care, the gardener, the person in line to the bank, the security guard. I don't care who it is, the person through the drive-through. I always give a business card. It's a numbers game. What else do I have? What am I going to do with those business cards in my pocket? They're not going to do me any good. And they're so cheap anyway. If you go through Dale that with ZooWorks to do these business cards, they're so inexpensive. But I would urge you to start keeping those with you and set a goal to give 5 or 10 of those a day to random strangers. And I guarantee you, if you're walking around the day, you go into the supermarket, you go into your dry clean, you go into your hair appointment, you're going to the gas station, you're going to Chipotle, you're going to Starbucks. These are opportunities to give your card and to try to talk real estate even beyond just the things that you wouldn't have done. So, what do you have to lose? Questions, comments. I'm sorry I'm getting passionate about that, but that's what excites me is to help agents and to try to ignite your business to a level that you're going to be happy and excited and even scared about. But who says there's limitation? Who says there's limitation on Bill or Myra or Blanca? You know, the only limitation is the one you put on yourself. Your goals should be different than mine, than different than each other, but challenge yourself how you want your Christmas to look like December 22nd, 31st, 2022. And I urge you to do that because you owe yourself that, you owe your family that, and you certainly owe those clients that are stuck with agents that are less talented than you to work with you or at least give you the option, give themselves the option. And that's what you need to think about, if that makes sense. As we sum up, any questions, comments, feedback, complaints, anything good to for the order? Nothing? Okay, well, I thank everybody for your time. Those of you on this call, webinar, show me that you're interested in your business. I'll send you a copy once I download this. And again, please feel reach out to me if you want to discuss your business and how we can help you grow it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a terrific rest of your week. I'll be doing the things I told you here later today. Besides also sending over 2,000 mass emails, I'm going to do some personalized emails as well and personalized text. So reach out to me. I'll help you tailor that. Looking to hear good things from all of you, and send me your goals.
Thanks, Dan.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Take care. You're very
Appreciate it, man.
welcome. You're very welcome anytime. Bye bye.